All right, we got day 10. Day 10. I'm recording this later than I usually would, but let's get started. Day 10, we have Nimrod by Green Day, our last Mystery Week album, and therefore, through a process of elimination, this was Hunter attempting to frame Jude without knowing that Jude was not participating in this Mystery Week. So good try. Good intentions, but very piss poor execution on that one, Hunter. Anyways, talking about Nimrod, it was okay. I actually think it was subpar. My main issue is, I think I have three main grievances with Nimrod. The first being that Billy Joe Armstrong, to say it generously, has a really unique voice that does get on my nerves after a while, and that can be assuaged, and I've seen it assuaged in other albums by giving us a breather. You know, if it's just hot song after hot song after hot song and like it's aggressive, then his vocals kind of start grating on me a little bit. Not nearly as much as Tom Petty. Can't fucking stand Tom Petty, but after a while I need a break. And there's a couple breaks on this album. I think it was like Last Train Into Town. It was a nice little instrumental cut. That was a nice breather. But then you're pretty much waiting until you hit Good Riddance, which is a good song. But I just feel like there could have been some better variety in the energies we were getting. So that's my first problem with it. My second problem is it's just not their best. I mean, it's preceded to some degree by Dookie. That had better songs. That was a better album. And it's followed by American Idiot, which has better songs and is a better album. And Good Riddance might be a really nice song and all that, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite of their calm songs. Boulevard of Broken Dreams is amazing. 21 Guns, I don't remember what album that's off of, but I like 21 Guns. So, it just wasn't paced nicely. His voice got annoying because of that pacing issue. And before and after this album, they surpassed it. So, Nimrod, generally speaking, was just a disappointing performance from Green Day, but it's still going to get a 5.5. Actually, no, fuck them. It's getting a 5. Fuck you. Let me go to my spreadsheet. That's getting a 5. Okay, moving forward. We have Take the Heat Off Me by Boney M. This one was submitted by Xavier. Now, I didn't know anything about Boney M outside of the Rasputin song, which slaps. It's absolute travesty it's not included on this album. That would have given it an extra point on its own. But for what this album was, I'm not a big fan of funk. Or at least I don't consider myself to be a big fan of punk. Funk is 10 o'clock, guys. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. I liked the more reggae-inspired, more like dub kind of cuts off this album. I'm playing with a fucking fidget spinner. This isn't my best performance. This is not my best work. I liked the reggae cuts. I liked the dub cuts. Take it or leave it on the funk cuts. Most of the time, leave it. Performance was good. Lyrics, fine. Vocals, good. Just not my cup of tea. That's okay. It's gonna get a 5. It's fine. I get why some people would like it. I just don't like it that much. And I just remembered I had a whole another point to bring up about Green Day, but it's too late now. It's too late now. I'll put a timestamp in. One more thing about Green Day. Okay. I've talked about Gatsby syndrome. You've heard me talk about Gatsby syndrome. I'm going to talk about Gatsby syndrome again because I think it's a really good concept to help understand some of the issues I take with certain albums and certain artists and certain sounds. Gatsby syndrome, something sounds cliche because the person who does it was the first person to do it. Green Day really invented their own very unique sound, which was then mimicked a lot, and a lot of work that came later and became popular later is somewhat derivative of Green Day's work. And so because of that, a lot of the sounds that Green Day are known for and that they showcase and are really good at do sound derivative, do sound passe and overdone. Nimrod is a big example of that. It's a very Gatsby album. It's, oh, this was done before. No, it wasn't. This was the time it was done, but it sounds like it was done before because it's been done so many times after that. And that's fine. Digression over. Moving on. We got Thunderbird by Night Runner. This one was submitted by Kyle. I liked it. I thought it's kind of a cheeky, almost ironic. It's kind of towing the line between really, really sincere and also ironic on synthwave. Definitely goes for that really outrun feel. You know, they definitely know what they were trying to do, and they definitely achieved it. But to some extent, you know, don't feel like they're taking themselves too seriously, especially considering they had a feature from Danny Sexbang himself, which, mad respect for that. Legend. Man, they didn't take themselves too seriously. I thought it was a really fun time. I thought it was groovy. It was fun, especially while I was driving, listening to it. Lovely driving album. Lots of energy. Lots of fun in there. You know, despite them sticking to a really specific aesthetic and tone, they didn't get stale with it. They kept experimenting in there. They kept evolving it. They kept finding kind of a new theme to explore with each song. And I thought they did a good job with that. You know, I'm a pretentious bastard. Fuck me, right? But I can like simple things. I'm allowed to do that. And I liked this. I thought this was fun. Not everything has to be super deep and meaningful. Sometimes we can just have fun. And Thunderbird was fun. So it's going to get an 8.5. Okay, and then what was today's, I have to type this in. God damn it. I spelled my own fucking name wrong. Wolf Girl by Machine Girl, and I'm gonna give this something. Yeah. Let's get into it. This album fucking rules. Okay, I love this fucking album. I love how it sounds and how it makes me feel. It really does capture the essence of transforming into a werewolf in a gritty as Japanese nightclubs, I guess, can be. In a gritty Japanese nightclub being turned into a wolf and then murdering your high school bullies. And that's such a good feeling to embody. Beyond that, getting into like kind of the raw feel of the album, is futuristic in a cyberpunk way, and I like that. It totally sounds like something that you could hear in like a cyberpunk 2077 kind of setting. From songs you're doing to fight, you know, like fight songs. Like you got Ginger Claps. Ginger Claps fucking goes. And then you got like kind of nice vibe songs. Like if you're driving at like 300 miles an hour, Ghost. That's what that song's made for. Post-rave maximalist. I feel like despite meaning absolutely nothing, it could not have been named more accurately. I just love pretty much every cut off this album. I do think in the back end it gets a little weaker. The songs aren't bad. I just don't feel like they have as much of their own identity as some of the earlier tracks do. I feel like going all the way down through Post-Rave Maximalist, maybe even a little further than that, because I think Excruciating Death rules. Every song is just so individual. It's so unique. It stands out. It can easily stand on its own. Throw that shit in a playlist. It's not going to sound out of place. It's not going to sound out of context. It's just going to go hard. The breaks rule. The electronic elements of it rule. Even the little vocal clips in there. If you love crazy ass Japanese movies, Machine Girl is definitely for you. I agree. Random Man who was sampled into that song. I have the fidget spinner again. I can't stop tonight. Wolf Girl. I've listened to some other Machine Girl projects, and they're good. They're certainly good, and they are certainly an evolution of that sound. But I think nothing comes close to the individuality, cohesion, and excitement that Wolf Girl provides. And I'm fucking here for it. I love Wolf Girl. So Wolf Girl is a 9. That's on my playlist. That is bumping all the time. So hype. I'm so tired, you guys. Bye.